Yo, what up guys, Mr. Gross here, back from MER Starcast, back with some more live League of Legends gameplay, or again, once again not live, originally live gameplay, but commentating over it again. This game is a ranked Renekton solo top. I was doing duo queue ranked with my friend Terrorizer once again, who's sometimes been my video jungling, sometimes be mid, normally mid, but today he's going to be playing as Silver Fang Akali mid lane, so we'll be able to check out how he does. He's against a Lux. He was last picked to pick mid, and unfortunately they were as well, and he picked Akali and they counted him with Lux. Lux is a pretty strong pick against Akali. Or in games I've seen him play against Lux, he's not done too well, so I think this game wasn't too bad for himself anyway, I'm not too sure. But nevertheless, I have been playing a lot of Renekton really recently. My whole match history now is just Renekton ranked. Mix of wins and losses, more wins and losses at the moment. But yeah, it's no, I hate it with rank. You do so well. I was getting into I did my placement matches and I won 5 and I lost 5, which it's a bit, it's nothing special. So I got put into bronze 2, I believe, which is a bit annoying really, because I feel I'm a lot better than being in the bronze league. But you've got to move yourself up now. I've played I've won I think 11 games now rank wise and lost possibly 9. So it's pretty much the 1-to-1 ratio really normally I find. And anyway, as that has gone on, I've now, I got into my placement series, got into first, and lost my first 2 placement matches, both as Renekton. Not of any fault of my own. One Orianna disconnected when the game we would have won easily. Our mid lane Orianna disconnected, and that was GG. And the other one, I can't remember what happened. And I've now just got to put into my placement series again. I've won 1, lost 1, and I've got my last one to go. So before doing that, I thought I'd chill out a little bit and watch some of my gameplay, maybe see if there's anything I can improve. This game I am against a Pantheon solo top. It's quite a nice game. I like Pantheon. I think he's a strong champion, but for me Renekton at the moment is definitely my number 1. He's got so much going for him. He's just such a strong champion. And they do come to invade us here. I noticed this V just seemed to be standing AFK for a second. I was peeking at her like, what the fuck you doing, bitch? Luckily she did kind of get away. She obviously had to burn a flash, but a flash from Pantheon was burnt, and the ignite from himself as well. So that's both his summon spells down, which is a good thing, because that's who I am against top lane. But they are going to steal our wolves and our blue buff, unfortunately. I thought we might actually have went to invaded their blue buff, but V decided to back, and that was that. So I grow some balls to go face check this bush. Anything could have been in there. And they are all going for a massive gank, or Alistar and Draven anyway, are going to go for a gank on Akali. And unfortunately my good friend George has been caught out of place here a little bit. The ignite getting chucked down by Draven there, but oh, good old Akali. Well, Draven taking tower shots like a boss, and had Akali decided to chuck his ignite on him, then that would have been certainly a first blood. But these things happen. It's always nice to say afterwards, but there we go. Nevertheless, we're facing against old Pantheon up top lane. Pantheon, I think he's a strong champion. He has his stun, has his spear, little spear throw, and his little spray of spears. But for me, Renekton is the man. You see here, I'm starting to chunk him down a little bit. And if you actually do watch myself, because I'm the one who I want to watch. Where are we? You can double click my name, I've been told here. Here we go. So we watch myself. I'm hunting around here. I do have ignite up. Catch him here, chucking ignite down, boom, and he's dead. He didn't have his flash, obviously, because he'd have flashed earlier, which I didn't realise. I hadn't realised this at the time, and unfortunately for him, I knew as soon as I had stunned him and he had that little, that less of health, that if I chucked ignite down on him, along with my stun and then a Q, I could always have flashed on top of him anyway had he tried to get away. So I was pretty comfortable that things were going to go that way. And Akali and V picking up a kill over Lux in the mid lane, which is what always you really want. Kill on to Akali at level 3 is certainly something you're really after. And a flash burnt by Olaf there, so very nice indeed. So Pantheon has back now. He has literally no items from where he was first off against me. So really, I'm still in such a strong position against him. Sure, he's gone back and I think he's got two health pots there or something, but nothing scary. I've still got my 1 health pot. I've got my heal from my cube. Now it is a small amount, but it does the job. I've popped my last health pot now anyway. And he's got a ward for himself, so literally he still has no damage items, whilst I've decided to go for that longsword. I've been recently doing that, or Renekton every game I generally start off with my longsword, because I feel if I go for boots, you have, bar the advantage of being faster than your opponent, you have nothing over them whatsoever. Renekton getting, Olaf getting very low there. So I felt that having a longsword, I have that additional 10 attack damage over them. It's not much, but you can see there in the first battle it really kind of paid off dividends. And you can see here where I'm trading off against Pantheon now, it's really kind of working the way I wanted it to, as he's burnt all down his mana pots, and he's also burnt down all his health pots. And you see now I'm going to switch myself, that Olaf's actually coming behind me. I noticed this, so I still have my flash up. I'm like, oh shit, E through him. Just a perfect escape move, that E. And I noticed that Pantheon actually backs off now, so I'm like, this bitch mine. Stun him, Q to the face, and he's dead. Once again, I didn't realise he'd actually burnt his flash down until seeing it just now against Akali mid lane, but it was a perfect start. I've already got 10 CS over Pantheon. I can back now with 2 kills. Ideally, I like to buy a giant spout on my first back, and luckily I have got enough gold for the 5 minutes mark. I think if you can back as a Renekton and get a giant spout as your first item, along with that longsword which you already have, the damage and just the sustain that you have in your lane is just crazy. I've also been able to get 5 health pots myself. I love buying health pots now. I think they're amazing. It allows me to stay on that lane a lot longer. And the fact that Renekton, the reason I love him so much is the fact he just doesn't use mana. I have no mana issues. Doing Pantheon, when I was playing Pantheon, I did actually never played him before until kind of last week, and I kind of got in a little bit into him, but I haven't played him recently because I've been playing Renekton so much. Problem I have him that you just loses out on mana so quickly. That's what I had to build with Tier Goddess, and the fact that you're building a Tier Goddess, you kind of lost an item for a nice, you could have a War Monk there instead or something, or a Bloodthirst. Obviously you don't have to spam your moves as much, but I kind of like the spamability, and that's what I have in Renekton, is I can just completely keep spamming my moves all day long, and I've got no problem, no problem whatsoever. And we have a dive in coming by VR that Akali has hit level 6 with 4 Lux, and I think this could be it for Olaf. Unfortunately, the Rune Prison going to be catching Akali short there. And will Draven go down? The flash in by Caitlyn. Nice stuff. And they may pick up Alistar here. He is slowed by KO. Oh, the Q. Power over Peacemaker. Not enough to finish it off, and KO has gone in. Yeah, unfortunately not. Nice try. Nice try. Olaf does seem to be making his way down there, but unfortunately not today. Oh, again a nice power of a Peacemaker, dropping Alistar really low. But Olaf is coming in from behind. A lovely trap by Caitlyn. 2 traps indeed. And he's missed his axe, so as soon as you miss your axe, you've got no chance really. And they are going to go fight this actually. And very silly death by Kayle then, I must say. I think that could have easily been avoided. And you can see that we just demolished top as well. I'm just going to back up quickly as we're watching bottom now. Where are we? Here we go. I can't believe Olaf just got a double kill like that. That was ridiculous. You see here, notice he's on such a low amount of health. He's only level 5, and I know that as soon as I pop my ultimate, I've got additional 300 health on top of my additional 380 health that the giant spout gives me, so that Pantheon had no chance of surviving that, especially with Ignite, the stun, the Q to the face, and then you can just do your E back and forth if you need to. Still got flash up, so if he decides to try and flash away, which he didn't even have a chance to think about it, he's instantly dead, so that now puts me up to 3 kills. You see once again now Pantheon's back, and literally again has no items going for him. He has a bit of cloth armor, that gives him maybe 10 armor, if that, 15 armor. So that's all he has on top of his boots. And then again, I've got the turret down 8 minutes in. It isn't really early turret considering you've got a 45 CS farm, which is highest in the game at the moment. But that is double and a bit more than Pantheon's at the moment. I feel Renekton, I feel so strong, and the fact that, I'm leading my CS so highly and I've got all these kills, I can just continuously ward up their jungle to know where they are. I know that I'm not scared of Olaf because I've already faced off against him, and I just felt that, I've got so much health, I've now gone back, I've got a chain vest, a couple more wards, 3 wards now, no, 6 health pots. And my boots as well, you know, I just feel so strong. Turret's gone down, that's 150 gold for the whole team, and it just means now that I can just go wreck up their top lane turret, which I do generally find that I do. Generally, no one will come and stop you, and it allows me to roam around a little bit quicker. And if at the end of the day that I'm roaming around and Pantheon so says take my top turret, it's not the end of the world because I have his. But obviously it does mean that I can't succeed in my farming as well, but it doesn't really stop me, to be honest. I still feel that I can comfortably farm in such a position anyway, so I'm not scared. Bitches got to be destroyed. So all over the board it's looking pretty well. It's unfortunate double kill onto Olaf, really going to kind of make him a little bit stronger. But you can see item wise he's only got a ruby crystal in his Madrid, so really nothing too much going for himself either anyway. And bottom are just kind of farming out. How's the farm going? 55 against Draven's 29, so that's a 26 CS lead, which is certainly what you want on your AD carry. I can't argue with that, and obviously she does have that kill advantage over him. And you can see that in the items where he's had to go for his Doran's Blade and a Vampiric Scepter, and she's already built into a longsword and a BS sword, so the damage she's going to be throwing over Draven at the moment is going to be redonk. And you see here just really just trying to put as much hurt down on Pantheon as possible so that I can use my whole combo again, you know. I've got my ult up again, I've almost got Ignite, and I know as soon as I have Ignite up I'm going to be able to do something. And I come here, I noticed that Olaf was taking his red buff because I dropped the ward down and I'm able to steal it, and now they both decided to fight me. I'm like, fuck, I should run away. Lux is coming over, so I'm like, fuck it, let's fight this shit. Pop my ult on, start to chop down Olaf, get him down even with Lux still there, and I'm like, fuck, I might die here. Luckily escaped the ult, so I'm like, fuck this, stun Pantheon, Q into the face, there's the double kill, and I'm just going to walk away like a boss. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it, that the fact that they had all three members, or their three members there, and they just couldn't stop me whatsoever. And even the Cardi, oh, we kind of actually missed that then. Dear me, let's go back a second. Where are we? Luckily we got this jump back button, here we go. It does nice ultimate by V there, kind of gets a little bit aggressive trying to go for that kill. I think that death could have been avoided, but nevertheless Akali picked a kill over Lux, and it's certainly going to help her her lane a lot more easier for herself anyway. So now that I just picked up that double kill over Olaf and Pantheon in their jungle, and I was just scoring that red buff for a while, I've been able to back now, get a Sunfire Cape, and it's just going to give me that nice bonus AoE effect for my ultimate as well, and obviously the health and armor that it gives me anyway, so it's certainly looking in a promising position at the moment. Going back up top, just try and push that lane as hard as possible. Bottom's about to go down now, and Pantheon has actually come down here to the rescue. A little bit of the ultimate, obviously didn't realise Akali was there, and she's going to be able to pick up Draven for free then really, because had Pantheon stayed there he might have been able to stop her, but Lux actually come down. The binding has hit Caitlyn, and Akali's jumping back in there. Very risky play considering Pantheon could just literally just jump on her and stun her, and I'm pretty sure that would be her dead. Oh, nice flash, very nice flash, but Lux is not going to be happy with this, and here's Olaf. And axe to her face, the ultimate would have got her anyway, so caught her place a little bit there, but not the end of the world. She did pick up a kill for herself, but getting signalled to fall back. I'm like, fuck that shit, I'm not scared of anyone. I want to get this tower down, get more gold. We've already got 2 turrets going for ourselves, which is an additional 300 gold for every member of our team. I catch out Olaf here, I'm like, oh, hello Olaf. Got my ult up, chuck my ult up. But a little bit late more than anything, pop the ignite down on him, and he does actually die for his troubles there. Even with Draven chucking his ignite down on me, I'm like, well, you know, nice seeing you. Bumping the Pantheon in the jungle here, so I'm just like, oh, hello Pantheon. Was going to run away, and I was like, you know what? Draven being a bit slow, I knew he was there, and I knew Lux was mid, so I was like, oh, this is a bit of a dodgy position. But, you know, I was like, well, you know, I'm not really scared, you know, E back through you, Q to the face. Oh, no, it's just an auto attack to the face there. And even Lux decides to come and join the battle. Oh, hello, Lux. Stun her down, Q her down, and unfortunately, her dark bind, or her binding does actually stop me in my stop me right there. Unfortunately, it was a sad situation. I was hoping to get another double kill, but she really held me down very nicely there. And we're trying to look to try and push this mid lane as much as possible, but the fact that she's kind of cleared the wave a little bit and Olaf is here, it's not worth it. I'm a bit low on HP now, up to 7 kills. CS wise, I've obviously dropped down quite a bit because, like I say, where I've killed that turret, I can't farm as nicely as what I would do. But I've sacrificed that farm for the kills and obviously to try and push that top lane as hard as possible, and where I'm roaming around a little bit as well. But I'm happy with that, you know. The 82 CS is still higher than anyone on their team, and only the AD carry in our team is out farming us, out farming myself, which in theory is the way it should be anyway. The hurt is going down. We have the battle. Pantheon's ult going down. This could well be a double kill. Nice ult by KO. I think it's all a little bit too late. With those three chasing them, I'd be KO's sacrificed herself for the greater cause there. Very nice. That's what I like to see. Picking up her second death, but I did mean Caitlyn got away, which is very nice, you know. It was better than the 2-for-1. I come down here like, oh, I'm going to chop some bitches up, and I realise Olaf is actually hunting down here as well. Kind of get trapped out a little bit. Do have my ultimate up here, and I was like, well, you know, come on guys, just bait them all into that as Akali and V has now come down. Akali picking the kill over Alistar and V picking the kill over Pantheon whilst I killed Olaf, and they really just got baited hard into that. Oh, there's a Renekton. Let's go kill him, and unfortunately not the case. Another binding. Lux has been hitting them all day over me. But knowing that three of their members are down, one of them being their jungler, we were like, well, you know, free dragon for ourselves, ward up that little bush there just to make sure that obviously we knew Lux was there, but we could see her in mid lane anyway thanks to our creep, so we were like, no, free dragon, no, 150 gold for everyone. You know, you add that to the turret, that's an additional 450 gold each member of our team has over their team, and that's without including kills and farm and so forth. So, and any gold per 5, I think only KO's taking gold per 5, and their support Alistar, so it's looking good. As you can see in the gold K difference now, almost an 8k gold difference between the two teams. It's crazy, considering it's only 15 minutes in. You know, 8k, that's equivalent like 2 Infinity Edges. Obviously it's kind of stacked between everyone, but you can see in myself where a lot of the gold has actually been resting now that I've completed my Brutalizer and their Giant Spout. It just makes me look extremely tanky now. It is crazy. If we look at gold wise, you can see I'm now sitting on 6.5 grand, Caitlyn's 5 grand, Akali's almost 5.5, whilst their highest earner is their Lux. Between Lux and Olaf, Olaf's doing alright for himself, does actually have 3 kills, you see, almost up to 4k between them, so not too bad. So that's a 2.5 grand difference I have over their highest earner, which is just crazy. We do find Olaf here, he gets a nice undertow on myself, and that will slow me, unfortunately enough. I do have my W up, but I decide not to chase. I know that Alistar and is coming behind us, so I thought, fuck it. Olaf gets away, wasting my ignite, but I still have my ultimate up. We go here, fuck bomb, I want to see what goes at top. Alistar kind of baits us around this turret a little bit. It does take quite a while to kill him. I do have my ultimate up, so I was like, you know, I can tank this turret all day, Alistar, you know, I'm not scared. V kind of backs off a little bit, even though I am tanking this turret. I was like, wow. Eventually you're just going to get stunned and I will just Q you to the face, and whatever happens you will die, I'm not scared, so there we go. We did actually miss Cardi picking up kill up in Lux, but it was more important to watch myself, you know, I'm the main man. 9 kills now, rocking it out, and it does look like Olaf is going to be chasing us here. This was pretty bad actually. It was a bit obviously I don't have a clue what B was up to, so there's a bit miscommunication between ourselves. I didn't realise she was going to pop her ult on. Had I known that, I'd easily jumped in there and we probably would have killed Olaf with us both there. But unfortunately I didn't know she was going to do that, so I kind of backed off, and then by the time I got there it was too late and I couldn't do anything, so I just had to leave it. So I now decide that I need to go take his red buff, warded it up, and start stealing this away, whilst he's just behind me on the golems. I don't realise this. He's going to come up behind me, I'm like, oh shit. Just stun him to the face, and then E straight through his body, and that is good night, unfortunately, my friend. And that does actually put me onto Godlight now. 10 kills, 0 deaths, and 2 assists. Really chopping man down. So item wise, we're now going to be able to back. I'm not sure. I've gone for the boots and ability. I actually do upgrade them into their full version. Boots and ability, home guard, purely because I didn't really have anything else to buy. It was the only thing I could really kind of afford, and I just thought it would just allow me to get out of base quicker and also allow me to kind of move around the map a little bit quicker. So and I felt I was in such a comfortable position. I didn't really need any boots of armor or magic resist or so forth, so I wasn't scared of anybody. So anyway, item-wise, over the board, our Caitlyn, still the highest farm in the game, 140 now. It's gone for a Bloodthirster and a Zeal, so looking strong in that respect. Our V has got a Brutalizer, not much else really. And our Kali, who's actually sitting on 5 kills, doing well for herself, has got a Death Cap and a Hex Stack, along with her Sorcerer Penetration Boot. So looking very good in that respect. If you compare our Akali to their mid laner Lux, who's gone for the double Doran ring and trying to build into a Childless Harmony. Oh no, she's already got that, sorry. Athene's Holy Grail. And you see there, unfortunately, where she's kind of trying to go for that double Doran, she just really doesn't have the burst what she would do had she had a, say, a needlessly large rod. Once again, diving under Pantheon, there's literally nothing he can do now. It gets to that stage where I'm just so fed over him, 11 kills, that he just can't do anything. You look at his items, he has a bit of magic resist, which is going to do nothing against me anyway. 2 long swords, which again is going to do nothing because of the amount of armor I have, and his cloth armor, which isn't going to do anything because I've got the Brutalizer. So, yeah, poor old Pantheon, and his farm is about 60 short of mine, so that's the equivalent of 3 kills in that. So it's like saying I have 14 kills over Pantheon in item and gold wise, so just kind of crazy to word it like that. But anyway, a nice double kill which was picked up by Akali then, and whilst that was all going down, I killed Pantheon. You can see that I secured that top turret, so that is our third turret of the game. Come down to mid lane to help my good friend George take their mid lane, so that's 4 turrets now down. So that's 600 gold just from turrets alone to each member of our team, which is just jokes, plus the dragon, so that's now up to 750 gold each, so it's crazy. And there may have been another dragon taken during that time, I'm not too sure, but I'm just going by what I know. So I know that Caitlyn and Kayle are getting really chased down here, so I'm like, ah shit son, gonna make my way down here, gonna go all crazy on their ass, go help out Caitlyn, chuck my knight down onto Pantheon, and you know, got no chance of getting away. Once again he's blinded by Lux hitting me. Caitlyn picking up her 4th kill of the game there, and they're just not gonna be they're certainly scared. Just the 3 of them. Alistar is making his way down, as you can see, but I think we kind of back. I don't really think anything does kind of happen here. I really hate the kind of tire dance where you just kind of, I just feel like it's just such a waste of time just sat there doing nothing, just baiting around a turret. Alistar, I don't know what he was doing there, if he was trying to ward or what, but he burst down for myself and Carly. As soon as I put that stun down on him from my W, Carly jumped on him with a shadow kick. He was just never getting away. It was just the way it was going to go. And once again, another 2-tier going down. That's 2-tier, 2 turrets going down, and Lux getting absolutely obliterated then. I did pop my ultimate just to give me that bonus health and the AoE effect, along with Carly who shadow kicked her, and a V who popped her ultimate, whatever that is called. What is it actually called? The Assault and Battery. She did actually, she put some Assault and Battery on Lux, so I'm sure she'd be reporting to the police if this was in real life and that happened. I don't think she'd actually be alive for that. If she got jumped on by someone like Renekton and Kali and and once again Alistar's going to get caught out big time here, even with Pantheon and Olaf trying to stop us. And the flash coming in by Terrorizer, and that is going to be a triple kill for Akali. Already godlike, but unfortunately he does have the death, so I'm going to put that down to him. He's actually out farming me. He's fair play to him. I always find that I do out farm him, so maybe I should keep up the turret a little bit longer so this doesn't happen again. And the fact that he's got a kill over me as well, which is never good. But not to worry. We're kind of here, we weren't too sure. I was like, we weren't actually on Skype this game because our Skype was really going weird, so we were kind of just trying to go by each other's senses on how we were going to do this. And again, Alistar thinking he's a big man, and the burst which comes down from myself and Akali, he just had no chance. Nice ultimate by Kayle, because really that did actually, the turret did kill him, unfortunately. and I had to actually pop my flash out. I didn't want to die, you know, it wasn't really worth it, you know, a nice undertow by Olaf and a jump on by Pantheon. I don't think I'd have really got away from that. I was trying to wait for my E, but I just used it anyway to kill Alistar, so I'd rather just burn the flash and that be it. Caitlyn is on the run, but a nice trap actually caught one of them. It was caught Pantheon, so stopped them in their routes, so there we go. Happy days. And they actually have surrendered. 23-minute surrender. I couldn't remember it being that quick. I can remember Draven saying that he couldn't believe this was a ranked game though, which, considering the score and the gold difference, that's a 17k, pretty much a 17k gold difference by 23 minutes. 31 kills to 8, 7 turrets to 0. Crazy. So quick roundup of how it went down. Myself with 12 kills, 0 deaths and 8 assists, going for the flawless gameplay. 138 CS, so actually higher than anyone on their teams. Only the AD carry outfarming me in this game, which it should be. You know, it's good to see that. Item wise, Sunfire Cape plus an Giant Spout and the Brutalizer plus with the upgraded boots ability. So not really a full set of items, but you know, tanky enough to do the damage. Really, all I had was the Brutalizer to really put the hurt down on them, and it's all that I needed. Caitlyn still on a Bloodthirst and Zeal. She never upgraded on it. That was what she had bare time ago. She had 3 kills since then. So it must have never backed. Must have just been out for the long run. Support wise, Kale just running on the Philosopher's Stone. Love it. V with a Brutalizer and a Giant Spout, and Carly with a Lynchbane Death Cap and Hextech Revolver. GG. Whilst my counterpart Pantheon finished off his Brutalizer and a Ruby Crystal, and that's pretty much all he had going for him. Their Draven, BS Sword and Vampire Scepters. Now we've got to finish off his Bloodthirster. Olaf had his Wriggles and a Phage, pretty much it. Alistar gone for the double Doran Shield and the Philosophers, and Lux did actually finish off on Athene's and Holy Grail, but just for those 2 Doran's rings, not really much going for her. And quick look at the goal before we end this. 10k gold on myself. You can see there, even though I had 6 kills, no, 8 kills more, I don't know, I can't even add up, 8 kills more than Caitlyn, and 5 assists more than her. Her farm pretty much almost, it was just one grand difference between us, which is not huge really at all. So, but highest gold in the game anyway, so I'm happy with that. But nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed that game, guys. I'm really loving Renekton at the moment. It was a very kind of strong game, so hopefully I'm going to be able to win my next placement match and start moving up the league and soon get into silver, and then soon get out of silver and start making our way up to diamond if possible. We'll see. The form's starting to get a bit better now. Anyway, I've certainly been raping with Renekton, so a lot more videos still to come. So hope you guys enjoyed and take it easy. Peace.